Hey guys, it's Nan. How are you? Just here with a project and a short run through of the items you'll need, which are acrylic paints, 3 main colors, white and green, a cup, and this is a Niagara cap, and the purpose for this is to draw circles. You'll see why. Some glue, some brushes, a flat head and 2 round, optional, either one, pencil, scissor. The canvas in the background is just so I can show you what I've done in my book, and something underneath to protect your mat. Before I go any further, today I wanted to share Psalm 121 with you, which is my favorite psalm. And it says, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From where comes my help? My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer your foot to be moved. He that keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade upon your right hand. The sun shall not strike thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will preserve thee from all evil. He shall keep your soul. The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. It's my favorite psalm, and it just reminds me of how the Lord has always promised, not just for me, and for everyone, has promised his protection, guidance, and no matter where you go, where you're at, he never sleeps. He's always there. That you can be sure of, and all you need to do is trust. And I guess the same theme throughout the Bible is trusting in the Lord. I've set my palette with the colors that I need. And just for today's purposes, I have a large paper, but I've been creating them in different sizes. And it's what they call the Ombré design, but I guess since I'm not proficient in this and I'm pretty much learning it, I'm going to go ahead and start and just give you an idea of how it works. And you could just play with your paints, use any color you want, add, combine colors, and that's what I did here. I did not create a, what do you call it, a swatch. So I don't remember what I mixed here, but I think it came out really nice. And these can become cards too. That's what I like. So I'm going to start with the lightest color. And I was inspired to create this. I did not come up with this. There's a young lady that I watch on YouTube that I like a lot. And she makes her videos very simple. And you'll find her under Scribbling Grace. There's something about the way she creates her videos, her flowers, her pages, her Bible pages with her paints. And she did go in a circular, it came out rounder. I don't know if mine will, but I'm going to work with this and just let my hand go where my hand chooses. Then I'm not washing the brush, neither am I using water. So maybe on that other card, the simple reason for not washing my brush gave me those different colors that I don't even have in paint. End up creating them, and just going like this into the lighter one gives that shading effect. You don't see the line where they meet. At least I can't tell maybe from here. But in my book, I think this one looks better than the one I created in the book. And just enjoy yourself doing it. And you just keep going back and forth, shade into the upper color just a little longer. And you can't tell where they meet. You can tell the colors go into each other, but you can't tell where it meets. Okay, let's see if it'll work with this one, because the darker ones. And you just keep doing this into the color above until you get the exact shading effect that you want. I love this. not only does it give you, okay, might not be perfect, but I still worked with it as is. I guess practice makes perfect. And then you just keep going. I mean, I think you can add 3 colors. You could add 4 colors of your choice. And you just keep going. Whoops, my brush just flew right off. Okay. And you just keep going, and then at the end of the card of the page, you just square it off. And if you were to choose to mix colors, this one's a little more pronounced here. Let me see if I can get that to shade in a little better. There we go. That's one. And I've created the blue one. I did it different. I went in the other direction. Instead of going this way, I went this way on the paper. And this one up and down. Really neat. You can do it. There's so many things you can do with this. So that is that. And now we are going to move into my book. And here is my page. And although it's not perfect, it works for me. And it can for you. So what I want to create is sort of a garden scene here. But you'll see what I'll be adding to the page. And I'm not going to touch this page here, because I'm going to clip a card on there. This is also a copy, a printout of one of my pages in a previous book. So I think I'm going to use the big one first and just dab on that green. And we are going to create grass. And what we're going to do is we're just going to stroke up in this manner. Doesn't need to be perfect, but the more you load on, it will start filling up. And you can make the grass just go in any direction you'd like it to. Smaller, larger ones, just stroke, stroke, and it starts to take shape, and it actually starts to look like a field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add here so that I'm filling in the bottom, because of course I don't want the white to show there. And this one I also learned it from someone on YouTube, and I can't recall who it is. I don't know if it's iHeart, someone on YouTube, so I can't take the credit for this either. I mean, I've done scribbling pictures where I've created my own stuff and gotten this same effect, but in this manner, this stroking effect to fill in the space. As you can see, you're looking at a field with the sky in different colors. Gorgeous. And just layer. And I forgot to put a piece of tape here to protect this side, but as I can see, it's not being affected in any way. And you can make them stroke lighter and go in or you can stroke a little thicker, up to you. I have a heavy hand, so I'm learning how to just create thinner strokes. And of course you can make them thicker if you'd like to, and it'll just look like thick leaves. And just make sure you paint the bottom part, you're filling that in. And let's get some clouds in here. And for the clouds, I'm not using a brush at all. For the clouds, I'm actually going to use Q-tips. Another thing I saw from someone, and I can't recall who it was, but I'm going to give the illusion that there are clouds in the sky. And I hope this really works. So basically, I'm just going to dab. The center can stay thick, and then as you come out, you just go lighter. And you're just creating your little clouds there. You can make them look cumulus, long like the stratus. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. I want it to look like a cloudy day, but a beautiful day. And I'm not going to add that many there. A few will do. And there's your clouds. Easy peasy. And I did need my heat gun, and I apologize. I should have had that ready. It's just that I'm making so many things that it's kind of okay. I'm gonna have somewhere to plug this in. Is the thing. Okay, let's see here. Oh, sorry. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna dry that a little on the bottom, because I need to glue something onto the page, which I'm going to show you how to do what I'm planning to glue on the page. And you can wait until it dries, or use your heat gun and go ahead and dry it. And I know this can be kind of a pain when you're doing a video, the noise, but it'll just help it dry a little faster so that I can do what I need to get done. So I'm going to set this aside for a second, because now I'm going to show you what goes on the page. I want it to look like a field of flowers. So I'm going to set that aside over here for a second. And what I'm going to pull out are these papers here. These here. And I will tell you in a moment what I do with them. I'm going to show you them first. They're just random scrap papers. After I paint things, I go ahead and just swipe all the paint on the pages and create different designs on it. Like this one, if I want to use some of that pink, let me use a different brush. One of these over here. If I want to use that pink that I was using today and just, make scribbles, make lines, just do whatever you want on there. Just create whatever design you want and fill the paper up with all kinds of shapes and lines and just about whatever your heart can create on the pages. These are just daubs of paper towel on paper. So I don't throw the paint out. Basically, I just use it to create these scraps that I can use to create what I'm about to show you. That's going to go on my page in the book. So now with these papers that I've dabbled on, I will be using my cup, the little cap, pencil, scissor, and I will be creating these little lovelies, which are flowers. And I will show you how to cut them out. The nice thing about these papers is you can pretty much choose which area what color, what area you want to use. Let's say you want a green flower, maybe blue pink together. The X is on it. It's up to you. And your flower can be in large circles or in small circles. For this purpose, I'm going to make the small ones, but the process is exactly the same. So what I do is, you can fold the paper over, because you're going to create 2 circles at once, and you don't have to cut that many. So just draw that circle. And you can make as many as you want. And when you cut the circle out, you don't need to worry about it being a perfect circle. And the best way to cut a circle out out so you can be as close to round as possible is don't move the scissor. Just cut with the scissor and move the paper. And that's the easiest way. And like I said, it does not have to be perfect, and you can make as many as you want. So here we have the circles. And what I've done to create those is I fold this in half, cut down that line. Then I take the paper, I'm going to fan it. It's a fan fold. Down at the bottom, you're going to have to clip it there. And then just keep going and keep going and keep going until you get to the end. And then you flatten it. And if it doesn't look right, just go, oh, wait a minute. I did forget something. Hold on a second. The most important part. Fold it in half. Fold it again, making sure that these edges touch. And fold it one more time. Take your scissor. Just fold it like a cone. Take your scissor. And let me see if I can get as close as possible without it getting blurry. And just start here. And go across the cone. Open it up. And you're going to get those little edges on the top. So it's going to look like a flower. You can use this too if you choose to. And make several sizes of this and put them on top of each other and make a flower that way. But my space on the page is limited, and I want it more than one or two big ones, so I wanted plenty of little ones. And then all you have to do is fold. There, see that? Fold into it. There's another one. Flatten it, and then fold that one into it, and there we go. It's like a little flower. You'll see how it looks on in the book. So I'm going to make one more. Fold in. It's like an accordion fold. It may take you a few times to give it a try, but I've been doing these for a long time, and I use any type of paper to do this, to create these. There's another one. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make a big one. And you can also fold the paper in half. I'll make a big one so you can see. And again, when you cut, it doesn't have to be perfect, because when you cut the edges on the top, they're going to be wavy anyway. So move the paper and just let the scissor cut. You don't need to move the scissor. There we go. And although it's not a perfect circle, it'll work. Because all you're going to do is fold once. As long as these edges are touching here, it doesn't matter what's going on up here. And then do that one more time. Then take your scissor again. Cut at an angle. This you can see better than the other one. You can see how I'm cutting it. Hope I'm not out of frame. And there is your big flower. Beautiful. You can use that. And I have other ones cut here. I have this one. You can actually place two together and get a lot more color. Or you can just add one of the smaller ones in the center of a different color, or the same paper, or because this here I have a mix of regular acrylics and Aztecas. That's why these are shining. So that's how I get my flowers, my itty bitty flowers. And so now I'm going to pull the book this way, and we'll see how it looks in the book. Here's my page again. So now what I'm going to start doing is just randomly gluing these flowers down. And you'll see how the garden comes to life. There's one. And this one, I just took this with my scissor and just randomly cut here, and gave me that little loose effect on the flower there, those strips. And then we will add this one there. just randomly wherever you like. And like I said, you can make bigger ones, smaller ones down at the bottom. It all works. And again, just enjoy yourself. You can turn it a little more sideways, as if the flower's growing at an angle. And let's see what other one. This one here. And I could put that one over here. There we go. Let me find a darker one here. That's this one. That one, let's see. Oh, I can put it right there. And you can just create these pages with yellow, orange, red, just about any color you'd like. And I think I'll just add one more small one because I don't want to overdo it, which I can if I choose to. But I think I will add it here. And you know what? I think I do need a few more down here, so I'm going to go ahead and add these. That one, should I go this way? Let's see here. Because what I'm going to do now is I want each flower. So I've gone ahead and pulled out some really dark green, and I'm praying this comes out. I'm going to give each flower a stem. And if you want, you could just color right here on the edge of this. And give each one its own little stem. And then we can fill this part here. Okay. And just, if you do this, you're going to give your flowers some leaves. Let's give it some green here to make it look like it's part of the stem. I think I probably should have used a thinner brush, but it's all good. And then just go from side to side. If you're better at drawing leaves, you can do them where you press lightly and then come down, and there goes a better leaf. Let's give this one. Then just press down, touch, pull, press, let go. Touch, pull, press down, let go. And then you just keep going with this same process. If you want to add a little white on your stem, or maybe give it lines, black lines, but I think I'm just going to leave as is, and this one will be coming down this way. Then if you want, you could just add a few more of these in there. So we have some darker grass in there. Not all grass is the same color. So this will give it a cute effect. You can add a few of these too in there too if you want longer ones. So then we're going to color here to make it part of the stem. I don't mean to repeat myself. And then you can put the tip there, pull, press, and let go. You get a smoother leaf. And then it goes there, and come down this way above that. And then behind here, and that, give it a leaf there. And just create. Just create. I'm reminded that the Lord takes good care of me, just like He takes care of what He created Himself, which is the world we live in. And I'll add a few more there. If you want, you could take the bigger leaves and just add a line in there and give it a little shape. And that's pretty much it for my garden scene. Outdoors, different shade sky, Q-tip clouds, gorgeous. And last piece, but not least, would be this little card that I created. It's a recipe card. And I just drew the flowers in, and I could do one of those real quickly so you can see. And unfortunately, I do not have water, and I didn't wash my brush, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'll make a darker one. Add whatever you want. It doesn't have to be this. So all I did was put a little dot right there. Let's add another one right here. Dots can be small, they can be bigger. And I'm going to use this blue to add the little. And then all you do is go to the top, press, let go. Press, let go, press, let go. If your colors mix, that's okay. Nothing's perfect in nature either. You're not going to find that one flower that has that's perfect. They all have some little imperfection in them. And then what I did was I filled in a smaller stem here. And then you could just go back and take some of that blue paint with the end of the brush. All I did was go like this around it. I waited till it dried though. But that's okay. So here we go. Pull, let go. Press, let go. Press and let go. Press and let go. And they don't have to be uniform. And that's how I created the little flowers. And this little card is going to have the verse that I wrote, which is Psalm 121. And let me just grab this so that I can write a little of that verse in there. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. And some versions say mountains. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord. Lift your eyes up and you will find it. Okay, so it's not dry, but I'm not going to close my book. I just wanted to add the card in there so you can see how it looks with the card in the book. And that is it. One last thing. Don't go. And to end this, I took the pieces that I painted and I cut them different sizes and wanted to show you that with all your leftovers, you can create a lovely little tag. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a good one. Till next time. Bye-bye.